Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to Murder by Numbers. So, in the last episode, we S-ranked Case 2 and completed Scout's memory puzzles. And this time, we're going to be starting with Case 3, If the Shoe Fits. So this is the third chapter out of 4. And going into this chapter, we found out that a person of interest got murdered because his co-host resented him because of how much abuse she had taken over the years, and I could definitely see that, but murder is never the solution to that. You get to go to HR and get some help. That's always what you're supposed to do in those kinds of situations, and they'll deal with it. But in any case, yeah, we solved that. But then we also found out a tidbit of information about Scout, about how he's apparently dangerous? Question mark? I mean, I can show you his lovable face. There's no way that lovable face is capable of anything dangerous. But I've been wrong before. It doesn't happen very often. Sometimes it happens, but I'm usually pretty smart on that kind of stuff. I don't know. We'll see how Scout actually winds up being a scary murderous bastard later in the story, I think. We'll work that out. We're still working out what exactly happened to cause Scout to lose his memories. So, who knows? He could have murdered a whole bunch of people. We have no idea. We're as in the dark about as he is. He has no... If he did murder somebody, he has no way of knowing. But in any case, we're going to be starting with Case 3, so let's get started. Okay. F rank. After the Starshiner Wars, things changed. I've been through plenty of change already that summer, but this was different. This was big. But I guess change is hard to recognize what's happening to you. It felt like an eternity ago that I left Ryan and stuck it on my own. If you told me back then that I'd end up living with a robot, well, let's just say that was never the plan. I didn't know why that stranger thought Scout was dangerous, but the more time I spent with him, the less I believed it. So we just carried on like everything was normal. We watched films, visited museums, and Scout devoured the public library 5 books at a time. Okay. For a while, I felt like progress, but deep down I knew I was running away, running from Scout's past, and from my future. But I couldn't run forever. Oh, is it gonna crop up again? It's gonna crop up again, isn't it? Oh, good morning, Honor. Hi, Scout. Morning, Scout. Get up to much last night? I read the final 3 volumes of the Encyclopedia Totalis. I think my favorite was Zirconia. They're so pretty. Now we just need to get away to get those encyclopedias back to the library before they realize we took them. Also, I read that Julia Child's book that you've never opened. Hey! I was gonna get around to it at some point. Oh, Honor. No, you aren't. Anyway, I spent the night trying to perfect the French omelet. Here, I made one for you. I could never get to use of this. Phone ringing. Oh, hey, Casey. How did your date with the perfume guy go last night? It was the 3rd one, right? Did you... Wait, is that why you're calling me the Scott Golly Arler? Because you're doing the walk of shame? You hussy, tell me everything. Oh my god. Okay, calm down. Where did you say you were? Got it. We'll be there as soon as we can. I'm already concerned. What happened to Casey? What's up, Honor? It's Casey. Is he okay? He's fine, but it looks like he just found himself at a murder scene. Oof. That is bad. Oh. Is that a giant-ass parade float? Or a regular-ass parade float? Well, that's not what I was expecting. It is a parade float, isn't it? That is a parade float. Somebody got run over with a parade float. I've said parade float like 12 times since I started that sentence. Honor, are my sensors malfunctioning again, or is that a giant shoe? No, your sensors are working fine. Not just a giant shoe either. It's a giant killer shoe. Darling, you're here. What a mess is all this? What the hell happened here? Scout, babe, if you're going to start making quips, we need to start talking about timing. I'm sorry. And Cross is here as well. I'm not surprised. You two. Of course you're here. Hi. Come on, Scout, let's get scanning. Look, we didn't mean to come. Well, we weren't intending to what happened across the murder scene today. It just sort of happened. Alright, let's talk to Casey about it. Babe, isn't that just awful? What happened here? What the hell happened here? Your guess is as good as mine. I was in the area and decided to swing by. Fran mentioned to me that she had done the place up, so I thought I'd take a look outside at least. But when I got here, well, this is what I found. A giant shoe parked in her window. Fun. Fran? I have a feeling that that's a name you've mentioned before. Fran Tessia. She owns this place. She's also my drag mother of sorts. I could not find any record on the database from drag mother. It's okay, we'll explain later. Right. How to explain? When I first came to the States, I didn't know anyone. I landed at LAX with a makeup palette under one arm and a head full of dreams. Then reality hit, and it hit hard. I met Fran at the club one night, and she took me under her wing. That's why I learned that drag queens will do anything to help with their makeup, even adopt a lost British gay boy. Oh! I didn't know you were British! I see. So she was like a mother figure to you, but not a blood relation. I thought you had to do drag to be in a drag family. I know. And it does seem a waste not to use these cheekbones for profit, doesn't it? I don't know. I think doing makeup on other people is my calling. And a drag family is full of people who need makeup on them pretty much every day, so it worked out. They were my support network back when I couldn't get a job to save my life. Fran and her sisters put me up, kept me fed, spread the word. Everything I have is thanks to the kindness of queens. Since things blew up with Murder Mystery and the other regular work, though, I've not seen much of them as I used to, or should do. Where's Fran right now? Where is Fran now? I called her just before I spoke to you. She's not turned up yet, though. I always takes her at least an hour and a half to get ready, though, so she's probably mid-beat as we speak. But her club's just been smashed into. Surely she wouldn't spend that long on. Ed likes to draw a line between club life and the rest of his life. Drag only when people are on the premises. Alright, Ed is Fran's boy name. Edwin Tinker. Tinker by name, Tinker by nature. He mends mental instruments? He's a man of many talents. No, Tinker is British slang for it. You know what? It doesn't matter. Okay, what is this place? Magellan's kind of a weird name for a gay bar, isn't it? Well, it's not strictly a gay bar. How did Fran describe it? Something like, Magellan's a port in the storm for those exploring the stormy seas of gender. Ah, so, not strictly a gay bar, just anybody struggling with their sexuality. It's a place for them. Makes sense. That's the family-friendly reason behind the name, anyway. Okay. Are you a regular? I mean, knowing the owner's gotta be good for some free drinks, right? Fran hasn't owned it for that long. The bar's been here for years, but she only took it over very recently. I came here for a big party she threw to celebrate her new venture, but I haven't been back since. Alright, Cross. Sure, no need to call you. Nice to see you too. Nice to see you too, Detective Cross. If I told you to stop sticking your noses in and go home, what are the chances you'd actually do it? Slim to none, but I appreciate your honesty. I estimate to... Yeah, slim to none, exactly. That does, however, factor in a small margin of error. Well, that margin of error happened to be the 0. Yeah. Bingo! I can't even manage to be mad at you two anymore. Aw, you're softening up to us. That's fine. I suppose you did a pretty good job last time, and the crime scene team have just finished up anyway. You can help out, because any trouble, and so help me God. So what happened? Do you have any idea what happened? Looks like a fairly standard hit and run. Well, except they left the vehicle behind, so we gave us a literal run. Also, the vehicle is a giant stiletto. Yeah, it's a giant parade float. Makes sense. So, on balance, pretty far from your standard hit and run. This is your first death by stiletto? You don't want me to answer that question. Trust me. Okay! Detective Cross has some interesting things in his past that he'd rather not talk about it. Alright. Do we know anything about this club? What do we know about this club? I'd have thought that was more of a question for your friend over there. I do not understand. What do you mean by that? He means it's a gay club, and he, being an old straight man, wouldn't know anything about that. Less of the old things, but you're not wrong. This is something I don't know much about. Alright, we can help out? Wait, you're letting us take a look at the crime scene? Forensics have already been done, and I've already inspected the scene. There's nothing for you to mess up. Alright, fair enough. So, Detective Cross says, so based on this, Detective Cross doesn't mind if we come over and investigate, provided his team gets there first. He doesn't have a problem after the fact. At this early stage of investigation, it's important to consider everything. Every piece of evidence, every hypothesis. So sure, knock yourselves out. Come back here and show me everything you find, and we'll see what your conclusions are. What do we know about the victim? Do you know anything about the victim? He has some ID on him. I'm surprised Robo-Boy over there hasn't found it yet. Alright? Any suspects? Do I expect any suspects at this point? Well, the only person with any connection to the incident so far is that friend of yours. Casey, you don't think he did it, did you? I'd like to give an open mind at this stage of the investigation. I suggest you do the same. But he called it in. He did. And then he called you. Are you trying to imply something, Detective Cross? There will be time for implications later. Right now, it's about finding out as much as we possibly can. No matter how innocuous it may turn out to be. Alright. Alright, let's go do some puzzles. Whatever's over here seems to be important. Ooh. There we go! It's a tire. I should have expected that. Alrighty! There's something interesting about this tire. Alright? The tread appears to be undamaged, which indicates the vehicle didn't break before it hit the club. Or the victim. Now that you mention it, there aren't any skid marks, are there? So they didn't try to slow down or swerve? I don't think this was an accident. Oh yeah, this guy's got some ID on him. Alright. Done! Okay. It's an ID. I already know that. Yeah, it's a passport. Never mind. Okay. That must be the victim's passport. Let's see. His name is Oliver Laurel, U.S. citizen, date of birth would make him 26. The passport is an item for traveling to foreign countries, correct? Perhaps he was going on holiday soon? People sometimes use them as IDs too, but it is a bit strange that they'd be carrying it here. Will I need a passport if I go to another country? Probably. I don't know if they'll issue one to a robot, but probably. I shouldn't think so. Not if I check you into the hole in my suitcase anyway. Oh, I do not like the sound of that. Fair enough. Anything else? Let's investigate. Alright, what's in here? Ooh, another puzzle. Okay. I should have expected it was another puzzle. But I mean, it's just another puzzle that we have to do to progress our thing. There's a lot of puzzles, aren't there? Okay, there we go, and I have no idea what it is. It's a sneaker. Or, what, one of them. It's a sneaker. It's a left sneaker, to be precise. A sneaker. Whoever was driving this boat must have left it behind when they fled the scene. It would appear that it be designed for a left foot. Hypothesis. The killer only has one leg. No, that's not it, but I'm with you in spirit. I mean, you might be right. Or it might be just one half of a pair. The plot thickens. Oh, Scout. You're a lovable little ball of energy. You really are. Alright. Alright. Alright, I did it! And I don't know what it is. It's a broken dial. No rank up. The glass covers this speedometer has been smashed. Something must have hit it when the float crashed into the club. Or someone, perhaps the driver? It's certainly possible. Alright, well, we found everything. Sorry, babe. My head's all over the place. What are you showing me this for? Okay. We've identified the victim. His name is Oliver Laurel. Doesn't ring a bell. But then again, I'm not a regular, so I don't know many of the customers. You don't think it could be, you know, a homophobic attack, do you? That would be bad. We don't even know if he was a customer here. It could have just been a random hit and run. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Okay, he doesn't have anything for me. Okay. Well, let's talk to Detective Cross and show him the evidence we found. Nowhere on the train, no marks on the floor. Looks like they didn't try to slow down. That's what I said! And what do you think that means? Well, yep, that's the victim, all right. Oliver Laurel. I radioed his name to the station. They're going to get back once they have more info on me. For me. Okay. And a shoe. We found this sneaker, Detective Cross. I have a hypothesis. The presence of only a single sneaker could indicate that our perpetrator only has one leg. I don't think that theory is correct, but Scott's running with it, so let's go with it. I don't think that's very likely. But you said you must consider every hypothesis. Did I say every hypothesis? I mean, I meant every credible hypothesis. Fair enough! And speedometer. The dial on the shoe's dashboard were smashed. Indeed it was. What do you think that means? Hypothesis. The driver of the shoe collided with the dashboard on impact. Not bad. One to keep in mind for sure. Alright, that's all the information we got. Well, what do you think? The vehicle definitely hit the club on purpose. The vehicle hit the club on purpose. The lack of wear on the foot's tires plus the absence of skid marks points towards that. Indeed they do. What about the victim? Do you think it was deliberate? I do not believe we can make a call on that either way. None of the evidence suggests it was deliberate, but neither does anything prove it was accidental. Good. It's important not to jump to conclusions. We can work on theories, but they have to be grounded in real evidence. So, what? Nah. What in the? It's even worse than I imagined. We found Fran! Fran! Oh, it's terrible! Thanks, Streisand, you weren't in there. I'm Detective Cross, investigating officer. I appreciate you've only just arrived, but I'd like to ask you a few questions if I may, or Miss, You can call me Fran. And sure, let's head inside, shall we? New location discovered. Bar. Alright. I can't believe it. Just look at this place. Okay, we've got an officer on the victim's address. He's bringing some new items of interest. I'm gonna wait outside. Honor, you find out what you can from Miss, Tasia. Honestly, just call me Fran. Alright, okay. Honor, perhaps we should take a look inside, too. Let's look for some puzzles. Okay, there's a thing over here. Okay. This was not something I was hoping to have to solve today. Oh, I have made many mistakes. I have made many mistakes. There we go. I think it's... Oh, no, it's a flag. I thought it was a glove. It's apparently a flag. Okay. Alright, that's enough, Frank. There are a lot of these flags around, even for a gay bar. I like them. They're so colorful. Do you think I could take one? It would look nice in your apartment. Oh, so you're an interior decorator now? Well, you'll have to ask Fran. Maybe she'll let you take one of the small ones. Alright. Well, there goes my no claim bonus. My name's Honor Mizrahi. I'm helping Detective Cross with this investigation. And I am Scout. Oh, I know who you are. I've been watching Murder Mystery since KC got the job there. It's nice to have a celebrity in my little club. Actually, you're not the first, but you're the first that's not been on the down low, if you catch my drift. Excuse me, what is a down low? Alright, well, Scott, sometimes people that are gay or lesbian or whatever choose to hide it. And they come to a place like of our kind to let the pressure off a little. But they can be discreet. But they try to be discreet about it. I couldn't even read. I still cannot understand why humans pretend to be things that they are not. It's complicated, doll. Sometimes it's just easier that way. Anyway, I'm Fantasia. It's a pleasure to meet you. If only I could have been under better circumstances. So this is your club. You're the proprietors of this club, right? Sure am, although in some ways it still feels a little strange to hear people say that. It's not been long since I took over, really. Before that, I was just your average giggling about drag queen, and this was one of my regular jaunts. Fast forward a few years, and I own the place. Life is sure strange, huh? Any suspects? Can you think of any reason why anyone would want to damage your property? Not specifically, we normally get on pretty well with everybody in the neighborhood, even if our customers can be a little rowdy when they leave. Of course, not everyone is quite as enlightened. It's sad, but acts of violence are committed against our community frequently. That'd be my first guess. Why did it take so long for you to get here? If you don't mind me asking, why did it take you so long for you to get here after Casey called you? Well, I had to get ready, didn't I? It takes time and effort and a ton of concealer to look this good at this time of day. Plus, I walked here in heels. Would you normally be in drag this early in the day? Hell no, drag hurts. I wouldn't normally come to the club until late afternoon. I tend to at least get basic being looked together before coming here, see? Then I only have to top it off to do some outfit changes during the night. This is a basic look? Oh, honey, you don't even know. About Casey. Casey looks terrible. He's clearly really worried about you. He's a sleep one, isn't he? You know, it's thanks to him that my makeup's so flawless. He taught me a lot. You mentioned you helped him out when he first got to LA. He was lost. I could tell the second I saw him. He just had this air of someone who should have filled the room with their presence, but they were holding back. At first I assumed he was a wannabe queen, but it wasn't that. He was anchorless, so I figured I'd help him out, just as like my drag mother helped me. I'm glad you did. You know, I don't know where I'd be without Casey. Actually, scratch that. I do know where I'd be. Still stuck in a toxic marriage. Well, that sounds like a story. Can I present this flag? There's a lot of these rainbow flags set up. Is it Pride season? Sure is. This month we take 3 to 4 more times than usual. So the flow must have been for the parade. Yes, I assume so. Friend, may I please take one of these little flags? They're so colorful. Sure thing. I probably went a little overboard anyway. Thank you so much. I promise to take good care of it. Alright. I'm sorry, but okay. We found a passport on the body. His name was Oliver Laurel. Oh, the poor thing. Yes, I know him. He's been coming here regularly for the past 3 months. At first, he was fairly quiet, blended into the background, but Oliver seemed troubled. Troubled how? I got the impression he was working a lot of things out. Some people started this journey with more baggage than others, if you catch my drift. Anyway, Come on, Honor, hurry up. I need to talk to Fran. You're damn right you do, mister. Only way I can get you to visit anymore is by getting a hole smashed in front of my club. Stop the guilt tripping right now and give me a hug. Ouch! What's wrong? Oh, nothing. I just slipped in my heels last week and totally stacked it. Used my arm to break the fall like an idiot. Doctor says it should heal pretty quickly, though. Detective Cross, is everything okay? An officer just returned from the victim's address. Apparently all of his belongings were just outside in black bags. Let me scan them, if I can see if there's anything important inside. Well, so can our officers, but what the hell, this might be quicker. Alright. I solved it! It's a book. Pretty sure. Diary. Alright, never mind. Alright, dude. Alright, I've unlocked some more bonus puzzles. The story could prove useful. Let me read it. Finished. Analyzing text. There are several mentions toward the end of a person you met here. Fran, does the name Ross mean anything to you? What? Yes, it does. He's referring to one of our queens, Ross Moses. Honor, are you here? No, it can't be. That voice, that sounds scarily like... Mom? And that's about. Don't move. She can't see if you don't move. That's what T-Rex is. There you are. I want a word with you. Not this again. Mom, what are you doing here? What a way to talk to your mother. And after I came all this way down here too. I didn't ask you to. No, but Detective Cross did. He said you were playing at being detective again, so I brought backup. You what? And this is. I was just thinking. How could today get any worse? And then, as if my words had been heard by a malevolent god, here you are. Hello, Honor. Great, just what I wanted. Great, just what I wanted. A family reunion. Just hear me out, Honor. He's worried about you. Stop being so defensive for once and listen to us. When are you going to get to your head that this isn't any of your business? I can't talk to you while you're like this. I'm going to wait at your apartment. Come see me when you're being a little more reasonable. Oh, Ryan, babe? That was your cue to leave, too. You like that, wouldn't you? Harder for you to poison Honor against me when I'm right here. That cologne could poison anyone at 50 yards, babe. No assistance needed. Will everyone just stop? I don't want to fight, Honor. I just want to talk to you. And if I talk to you, will you leave? I promise. Fine, Casey, go back inside. I'm sure Frank can do with the support. Alright. What do you gotta say? I appreciate you giving me a chance. I'm not giving you a chance. I'm giving you 2 minutes. That's it. What do you want, Ryan? Just say whatever it is and go. I want to apologize to you for what happened at the Starshine Awards. What could you be apologizing for? Me, maybe for undermining me at every opportunity? Or could it be you for getting Mom on my case, telling her that I lost my job and that I investigated Blake's death? Or perhaps you mean for giving Dick Stanford a $50,000 bribe to make sure we didn't win anything, and then lying to me about it? Yeah, he definitely has a lot to apologize before. So, no worries, you're forgiven. I am? No, but... Of course you are, you piece of... Why did you do it, Ryan? Did you just want to stick the knife in? Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. I was still hurt. I wanted to hurt you too. It was stupid and it was vindictive, and I'm sorry. Well, it worked. You got what you wanted. Congratulations, I guess? I was an idiot. I was only thinking about myself. Okay. I've heard it all before, about how sorry you are. It isn't just this occasion. Petty and spiteful as it is. It's what you tried to make me think I was the one wrong for questioning you. But that was the moment I remembered. Everything you put me through. Please, just give me one more chance. We're not giving you another chance. Go away. Why are you suddenly everywhere I turn now? Believe it or not, the point of getting a divorce was to see less of you. It's just coincidence. I happen to be going to Starshine Awards anyway. You know Blackstock Holdings invested in that film a while back. Coincidence, right. Definitely wasn't that you wanted to see the effects of your little bribe. Okay, that was part of it. And now here you are, again. Because your mom's worried about you. She asked me to come down to try and talk some sense into you. And, of course, her little golden boy came rushing to help. So, that's it? Great. You've said your piece. Now go. No, that's not everything I wanted to say. Your mom's worried on her. She thinks you're in danger. That you'll end up the same way as... Don't. Don't even go there. I don't have to answer to you anymore, Ryan. What I do with my life now is none of your business. You're right, it isn't. But I don't like seeing you making a laughingstock out of yourself. Excuse me? This is going to get worse before it gets better. I didn't want to show you this, but if you're not going to listen to reason, what choice do I have? A puzzle? Why am I getting a puzzle? Okay, I solved it. I don't know what it is. Tabloid article. Oh, that's bad. It appears to be an article about our investigation into Blake's death. The headline is Murder Misguided. It's not exactly complimentary. Let me see that. Without writers to guide her, is Honor Miss Rossi losing the plot? Freshly ejected from her role in Murder Mystery, Honor looks like she's having trouble separating fact from fiction. A source of the production told us she tried to investigate the murder of her showrunner, Blake Patterson, and got it horribly wrong. Her efforts led to a fan being wrongly accused of the murder and the real culprit escaping, who later committed suicide. Close friends are worried that without the show to anchor her, she'll become convinced that she is actually a detective, a delusion that caused more harm than good. That's not good. This kind of press isn't going to help you find another role. People think you're having a breakdown. Do you really want that? They what? That's ridiculous. Why did you really show me this, Ryan? I know it wasn't just to make me feel bad. Sharp as always. Come and work at Blackstock Holdings, Honor. I know you're worried about earning enough to keep yourself afloat, but I can help. You're offering me a job? You don't even have to work with me. It can be in a different department, a different office. Hell, I'll open a new office in Cuba if that's what it takes, but I want to help. How reassuring. Well, if that's everything, you'll be on your way now, right? Honor, listen. You know what? Fine, I'll go. I need to clear my head after all this anyway. Honor, wait. Just think about it. Honor. She is not having a good time. My head whirled with questions. Why was everyone interfering in my life all of a sudden? How was I suddenly fodder for gossip columnists? Leaving Ryan was supposed to get me back in control of my life, and now everyone was suddenly trying to tell me what to do. Uncertainty tumbled around my head as I walked, further and further away from the club, away from where I thought I wanted to be, until... Huh? The studio? How did I end up here? Maybe my body's trying to tell me something. Oh god, what am I doing? Maybe Ryan's right. Maybe this detective turn will make me lose all credibility. It feels like everyone is trying to push me away from this. Are they right? Should I stop being so stubborn? I believe in you, Honor. Scout, you followed me? Yes, you seemed troubled. Yeah, troubled is putting it lightly. It's hard to explain, Scout. There's still so much about humans I don't understand. They're so different from things. Things are immutable. They clearly have traits that I can observe. Clothes, square, rigid pole, rainbow stripes. However, people are different. They have emotions, which they can hide or show in different ways. This is hard for me to discern. I can detect basic emotional patterns, but when we first met, I always struggled to understand you. I assume my routines were faulty, but now, I think this is because you were hiding your feelings. But ever since we teamed up, ever since you started being a detective, they started returning clear results. The margin of error is now negligible, and the routines all agree. You are happy. Yeah, I have been happy ever since I met you. Who knew that flying robot was what I was missing in life? I enjoy being with you too, Honor. But it's not just about how I feel, it's about my future. You saw what the paper said. I'm a laughingstock. They think I'm having a breakdown. Didn't you tell Becky that it doesn't matter what other people think of you? You don't miss a beat, do you? I make sure to save important discoveries in my long-term memory. Honor, my career didn't teach me much about feelings, but I do know that happiness is a good thing. A thing people strive for. In other words, I want you to keep going because I want you to be happy, Honor. That's some pretty solid logic. It's almost like you're a robot or something. But you're right. I can't tell Becky she should believe in herself, and I can't do the same. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. If it's making us happy, let's keep doing it. Yes, this is the logical conclusion. Come on, buddy. We've got a murder to solve. Alright. I don't detect Ryan anywhere in the vicinity. Looks like he finally got the message. Well, time to continue the investigation, I guess. Also, don't forget that your mother's waiting for you at home. Great. Location locked. Honor's apartment. Fun! Detective, we need to talk about my mother. Guess I should explain. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave this episode here. Save? Yeah. Well, in any case, so we're investigating a murder at a drag bar. That much has been made obvious to me. It was clearly somebody decided to plow a giant parade float into the side of the bar on purpose. That much is obvious. Somebody plowed it into the side of the bar on purpose, and now we have to investigate a murder because of that. And also, apparently, the guy who got killed was meeting with one of the drag dancers at the bar, I guess, and before he died. But now, also, everybody thinks that Honor is having a mental breakdown, which isn't the case. She loves doing it. She just really loves being a detective and helping out. So, yeah, who cares what they think? If Honor's happy, then that's all that matters, right? Right? Right. So in any case, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. We'll continue the investigation next time. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And if you want to help support my show, then be sure to check out my Patreon. It's only a couple bucks a month. It really helps me out, and you guys get access to a bunch of cool perks on my way saying thanks. So be sure to check those out in the description below as well. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!